Okay, good morning, everybody. Today we are starting with math. Your first assignment for today is to be cutting out more of your cards and putting them in your flashcard envelope that you guys got. So in your classwork workbook, our directions are asking us to cut out today 51G. So you're going to, and 51I. So, look at the bottom page numbers for 51, and then 51 starts to give you letters of the alphabet that of course go in order. So you are cutting out, it looks like, some of your 8s, some of your 9s. Yes. So both of these, you need to go ahead and tear them out. All right. And you are going to, if you're really good, you can cut them both at once. Okay. Like that, like so, like that, and like so, like that, and like so, like that, and like so, like that. And yes, you can see I'm not exactly cutting right on the lines. I started getting a little sloppy with it towards the end, but that's okay because the point is for me to use my cards, and we are definitely throwing away our trash, right? Okay, good. So if you are doing them two at once, you need to hold them really nice and tight together, and you continually re-straighten. But if you don't want to hold them together nice and tight, and you want to, because we don't do a whole lot of cutting these days anymore, so maybe you want to extend out your cutting opportunities, then maybe you just do one page at a time. Okay? Up to you. So now I've got a new set of cards that I can add to my envelopes, and I've got some great practice here on the back. So I know that it's helping us with our number families, right? I know that 6 times 8 is the same as 8 times 6, and then I turn it over and look, it shows me the same factors of the same color give me the same product. And then I love this, if we're doing 6 times 8, then they're going to add 6 8 times. They group it in 5s here because we know that 6 times 5 is 30. Same that they do over here, by in this side they go by 8s. And then they even show you the array, you guys. So these cards are like just the best math cards ever. All right, so take all of these, put them in your envelope. Oh, and you should have a nice stack of cards because you cut out some yesterday too. I love these. These are so good. So good. All right, so once you cut them out and spend some time practicing, go ahead and put them back in your folder, okay? And then I believe we're doing, I wanted to say it was 68. Let's see. No, it's 63. Okay, so we're going to complete page 63 in our math workbook. Oh, I like this. This one's a little different as far as challenging. Okay, as far as challenging you go. So it says review the strategies, complete. Number 1, which we're going to do together. You'll do the rest alone. Emily knows that 4 times 10 is 40. How can she use subtraction and multiples of 9 to find 9 times 4? So all she would have to do, if I know that 4 times 10 is 40, then all I would have to do for 4 times 9 is, let's think. How would we do that? And how would we use subtraction? So it would just be 40, right, minus 4, which would give us 36, because 9 times 4 equals 36. So all you have to do is take that multiple, subtract the factor, and then you will get your new product, okay? So you do the same thing for 2 through 6. Now you are only doing, I'm trying to go down to 1 page a day, right? Okay, so now you are going to do a page in your homework and remembering 1 page per book. And you're going to do page 38 in here, which is just simply your computation around all of the different multiples that we've learned. So it's your computation around your 9s, it's your computation around your 5s, division with your 2s, so and your 3s. So you're doing a wide range or mix of numbers. So I'm going to do your easy ones. Ha ha ha. You have to do your hard ones. All right. And then remember, if you really want to push yourself, then put some more of your fact families below, right? So I know that if 50 divided by 10 is 5, that 50 divided by 5 is also 10. And then if you want to push yourself further, you can go 10 times 5 equals 50, and 5 times 10 also equals 50. All right, so you decide what your limit is, what your threshold is of work. All right, so that is what you are doing with your workbooks. Please make sure you are completing IXL F.3 and E.3 today in Math IXL. Okay? Reading. So today you should be listening or reading Boomtown. I'm going to put a link up there, and we will try to read some of this. Oh, we will. We're not going to try. We are going to read some of this today in our Zoom. So remember, I go to my table of contents. I'm not putting the page numbers on your Google Classroom on purpose because you need to use the components of your book to help you find where Boomtown is. So we're already done Unit 1. We are now on Unit 2 into communities, which goes right along with what we're learning in social studies. And we are looking for the title Boomtown 160. And that tells us what page we're going to, okay? So today we will be reading parts of this in class. Oh, my book got messed up. Oh, look, and spend time making your predictions, just like we did with life yesterday. And that's a skill that we learned about last week. Go through and look at your story. Wow, this is a long story. Ooh, this is a super long story. So maybe don't read the whole thing today. Maybe just half. And like I said, I'm going to put the video up so you can listen to it, okay? So this is your assignment today. We'll work on it together. And then let's see. It's page 73 that you're going to complete. And I believe, if I'm correct, that it's sequencing. So all you're going to have to do, and we will do some of this together, is just write what happens as you read. There's really no right or wrong answer. The only way that you could get it wrong is if you put any of the events out of order. But any event that you put in here, as long as you're putting it in order, then you're okay. So I think that this graphic organizer is a little weird. So what I would ask you to do is use your transitions on the left side and then put the actual event on the right side. Okay, so you could say first, second, third, then, next, also, and at the end we can use the word finally or in conclusion. All right, so second grade skill where we really focus in on our transitions, and then just give me a quick jot of some things that happened in the order in which you were reading, okay? All right, so that's what you're doing for reading. Now with writing, I'm so excited, you guys, that you got your materials, because it's going to make our writing process just a little bit easier. All right, so yesterday during our Zoom, we already reviewed how we are now doing our revising, where you guys got the slip, right? And you glued it on. So today you may imagine that you're going to come back to your folders that you were given on Friday. You're going to pull out the other half of the slip that we cut out yesterday. You can close this. All right, and now we're going to edit our papers. So before I do that, I am going to use my scissors again. I'm making sure I'm holding them safely. If you want to cut out and color the pencil, by all means do it. Use that to decorate your notebook with if you want. I am not going to spend time doing that. I am just going to cut out my editing slip, and then I am going to edit my writing. And as I do each one of these tasks on here, 1 through 5, I'm going to check it off. Now, my question is, do I have my glue stick? I do have a glue stick. And all of you should have a glue stick because you're given glue sticks in your first pickup. But in your next pickup, if you need more glue sticks, all you're going to have to do is tell me. I'll do another survey again, okay? So we glue on our editing, and then we actually complete our editing. And that's why you have 3 more copies of this still in your folder, and that's because that's going to take us through our next 3 compositions that we do, okay? So number 1 says, did I remember to indent all of my paragraphs? So now, I love this. So now all I have to do is I have to flip back, and I'm just going to check. Did I indent? Did I indent? Did I indent? I could have indented a little more there. Did I indent? Did I indent? And if you forgot to indent, all you need to do is take your pen, your marker, your pencil, and put an arrow to remind yourself, okay, now when I do my final draft, I need to indent that, okay? So then I would just put a check. Yes, I did it. All right, do all of my sentences start with a capital letter? So maybe you really want to like really check yourself or get somebody at home to check you. Then you could get a highlighter and just go through everywhere you see a punctuation mark. Look for the next letter, make sure it's capitalized. Capitalized, 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 capitalized. I stands alone, it's gotta be capitalized, okay? So you could do that if you want to sort of help you check or edit your own writing. So yes, all of my sentences are capitalized. Did you use capital letters on all of your proper nouns? Proper nouns is what we are studying this week. So it's months, days of the week, holidays, names of people, states, cities. In my second small group, we actually used a proper noun for one of our vocabulary words. So you want to go through, if I put any proper nouns, which I didn't. And that could be something I could add. Like I didn't even name the school that I live in, right? Or not live in, even though it feels like I live in it. The school that I work in, right? So I could add that, but I would have done that with my revising, and I would want to make sure that Eldridge Elementary School was all capitalized, okay? Did I have punctuation at the end of each sentence, periods, exclamation, and question marks? And you should have used one of each of these at least. I mean, you're going to have a ton of sentences with periods, but you should have at least used an exclamation mark once and a question mark once. Okay? And I check my words for correct spelling. This one's kind of the harder one, you guys, so you want to get somebody to help you with spelling. All right? So that's how you're doing your editing. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, now let's see what we are doing for language arts, because I honestly forgot. Let's see. Language arts. Okay, so you're back in your reading practice workbook. You're completing page 78, and you are also doing very, 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 very important. In IXL, you are doing JJ.1, numero uno, JJ.1. So do that today, okay? All right, 78. What you are doing on page 78 is you are looking for, do you know what? Have you guys done 80? Did you have to do 80 yesterday? Let me see. I want to see something. No, you guys need to do page 80. You should not do page 78. So actually, I'm going to adjust that right now. Page 80 is the one with your practice on your proper nouns, okay? And so you do not, if you don't want to rewrite the whole paragraph, you don't have to. You can simply just number these words that are underlined, and then you can rewrite them if they need to be. Now be careful, because not all of these need to be rewritten. So begin a proper noun with a capital letter. Begin the name of a day, month, or holiday. Really, these are the ones you're going to be focusing on here. So it says, look at the underlined nouns, put a C over common noun and P over proper. So Mrs. Harris, that's going to be a P because that's a name. Science is not going to be a proper noun. Science is simply a common noun, which again we talked about in our second small group. Insects is common. Fish is common. Tom's toy shop, though, is proper, and Thanksgiving is proper. So the only ones that you need to rewrite are your P's. And I'm going to do one of the P's for you, so you really only have to rewrite two of the P's, okay? So number one should be written Miss, capital M, Harris, capital H. That's her last name. We capitalize people's names. Just like that. All right? So you guys can redo all of the proper nouns. And then, like I said, JJ.8, y'all. JJ.8. Okay. Gratitude calendar, which I did not do yesterday. Today's Thursday, right? So yesterday I went out for a nice dinner. Tuesday, I have to think back to Tuesday. I think we had a really great lesson Tuesday. That's when we did our ABC order with our vocabulary, which to me was really fun. So I'm going to write, we had a great lesson on Tuesday. But last night I went out to dinner, which was really nice. We don't get to do that a whole lot these days anymore. So that was fabulous. All right, and then if you need and want more, let's do some cursive. I think maybe today we will only do our G's and our O's and we won't do the words, okay? So remember to release the grip on your pen so that it's not like you're not squeezing it hard, right? And you shouldn't be pushing down a lot on your paper either. You shouldn't be using a pen. I'm just using that so you can see it easy. All right, and just make sure you do as many practices as you see on the sample line above. You can always trace first. If you would prefer to trace, you can do that first. It's up to you. You do what works for you. All right. So again, as many practices as you see above, but you can do more if you really find this to be relaxing, enjoyable, and you just really want to make your cursive even better. Okay. So tomorrow we will finish the rest of these two. All right, you guys, air quality is a little better. You still need to refer to your parents on whether or not you should be getting outside, but definitely find at least one thing that you can do to help around the house today. And, oh yes, be kind to your brothers and sisters. I'll see you at our Zoom, you guys. Bye.